कर्ता हम इति मन्यते। शब्दार्थ भावार्थ तथा तात्पर्य श्री श्रीमद एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद द्वारा श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जीवात्मा अहंकार के प्रभाव से मोहग्रस्त होकर अपने आप को समस्त कर्मों का कर्ता मान बैठता है, जबकि वास्तव में वे प्रकृति के तीनों गुणों द्वारा संपन्न किए जाते। तात्पर्य: दो व्यक्ति जिनमें से एक कृष्ण भावना भावित है और दूसरा भौतिक चेतना वाला है, समान स्तर पर कार्य करते हुए समान पद पर प्रतीत हो सकते हैं, किंतु उनके पदों में आकाश पाताल का अंतर रहता है। भौतिक चेतना वाले व्यक्ति अहंकार के कारण आश्वस्त रहता है कि वही सभी वस्तुओं का करता है। वह यह नहीं जानता कि शरीर की रचना प्रकृति द्वारा हुई है और जो परमेश्वर की अध्यक्षता में कार्य करती है। भौतिकवादी व्यक्ति यह नहीं जानता कि अंततोगत्वा वह कृष्ण के अधीन है। अहंकारवश ऐसा व्यक्ति हर कार्य को स्वतंत्र रूप से करने का श्रेय लेना चाहता है और यही उसके अज्ञान का लक्षण है। उसे यह ज्ञान नहीं है कि उसके इस स्थूल तथा सूक्ष्म शरीर की रचना प्रकृति द्वारा भगवान की अध्यक्षता में की गई है, अतः उसके सारे शरीर तथा मानसिक कार्य कृष्ण भावनामृत में रहकर कृष्ण की सेवा में तत्पर होनी चाहिए। अज्ञानी व्यक्ति यह भूल जाता है कि भगवान ऋषिकेश कहलाते हैं, अर्थात वे शरीर की इंद्रियों के स्वामी हैं। इंद्रिय तृप्ति के लिए इंद्रियों का निरंतर उपयोग करते रहने से वह अहंकार के कारण वस्तुतः मोहग्रस्त रहता है, जिससे वह कृष्ण के साथ अपने शाश्वत संबंध को भूल जाता है। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वांछा कल्पतरोभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। Okay, before we start, I'll just say a couple of things. प्लीज़ फॉरगिव मी। मैं एक्चुअली हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में ट्राई करूँगा, हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करने को भी ट्राई करूँगा, लेकिन एक्चुअली इट गेट्स लॉस्ट इन ट्रांसलेशन इफ आई ट्राई टू ट्रांसलेट एवरीथिंग, सो प्लीज़ फॉरगिव मी फॉर दैट. And yeah, second thing is actually we have a little bit of power fluctuation here, so I might lose in between. So okay, actually आज का जो श्लोक है, प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुण कर्माणि सर्वश अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ताहम इति मन्यते. ये बहुत ही सुंदर श्लोक है. दिस हैज बीन एक्चुअली कोटेड बाय श्रील प्रभुपाद अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स. बहुत जगह पे प्रभुपाद जी ने कोट किया है इसको, इस श्लोक को. प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुण कर्माणि सर्वश अहंकारम विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ताहम इति मन्यते. तो बेसिकली ये श्लोक में दो पार्ट में एक्चुअली हम लोग समझेंगे कि जो फर्स्ट लाइन है, प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुण कर्माणि सर्वश, that is like the spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself as the doer. That is one part, and in actuality this is carried out by the three modes of material nature. This is the other part. तो दो पार्ट में हम लोग समझने का कोशिश करेंगे. और ये श्लोक में हम देख सकते हैं कि एक्चुअली आज का जो श्लोक है, मैं प्रभुपाद जी और ये हिज ग्रेस चैतन्य चरण प्रभु उनके क्लासेस से मैंने थोड़े एक्सेप्ट्स निकाले. तो फिर चैतन्य चरण प्रभु बताते हैं कि दिस सेक्शन ऑफ श्लोका इट एक्सप्लेन्स दैट हाउ कर्म योगा रिमूव्स यू फ्रॉम बॉन्डेज. Previous to this we had karma kanda, how karma kanda puts you in bondage, and how karma yoga frees you from the bondage. So that's what was explained. Okay, we still have. Okay, so एक्चुअली इसको दो पार्ट में समझने का प्रयास करेंगे. एक वन इज द लार्जर सेक्शन ऑफ द भक्ति योगा, how this shloka is integrated with भक्ति योगा, किस प्रकार इसको भक्ति योग से समझा जा सकता है। और दूसरा जो है वो इसको कर्म योग। तो बेसिकली ये भगवत गीता किस प्रकार शुरू होता है, भगवत गीता एक लैडर है जिसका शुरुआत कर्म योग से होता है और अंत तो गत्वा हम लोग पहुंचते हैं भक्ति योग पर। बीच में सारे ज्ञान योग, ध्यान योग, वो सारे अष्टांग योग, ऐसे बहुत सारे स्टेप्स आते हैं बीच में। वी स्टार्ट विथ कर्म योगा, शुरुआत कर्म योग से करते हैं और अंत हम लोग भक्ति योग से करते हैं। दैट इज द स्मॉलर कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ दिस श्लोक, but the larger context is the bhakti yoga part. So first of all we'll start with understanding from the bhakti yoga section. So पहले हम लोग समझने का प्रयास करेंगे कि ये प्रकृति क्या है। तो मुझे कोई बता सकता है कि प्रकृति में क्या क्या आते हैं, as in what are included or how many things are included in prakriti? Yes, Radhika Mataji.
प्रभु जी 3 गुण, three modes of nature. Yeah,
that is the nature of material nature. I wanted to know what is included in the material world or prakriti, the nature, what does it consist of? So anybody wants to try? It's like a number. So
hello, moving and non-moving living entities.
Yeah, so how many are those?
24 elements.
No, so non-moving and non-moving elements entities are basically 84 lakhs, right? 84 lakh species. That's what we have in this material world. So anybody wants to give the breakup of the I know it's a long time actually. Mataji had explained it some while back, that कितने जलचर, कितने जो जानवर है, कितने हैं.
Just 4 lakh is for human species, I know.
That is right. Yes, Mataji. So कोई बात नहीं. I'll give that.
Can I say, Prabhu?
Yes, Lalita Mataji. Yes.
It makes 9 lakhs.
Yes.
Plants and trees 20 lakhs.
Correct.
Reptiles 11 lakhs.
Yes.
Birds 10 lakhs.
Yes.
Animals 30 lakhs.
Yes.
And humans 4 lakhs.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mataji. That's right. So it's explained in the Padma Purana, the shloka. The shloka is basically, yes, Jalaja Navalakshani Sthavara Laksha Vimshati Kramayo Rudra Sankyaha Pakshinam Dasha Lakshana Trimasal Lakshani Pashava Chatur Lakshani Manusha. So this is the breakup of how many species are included in this material world. तो ये जो है भौतिक जगत में, ये पूरे जितने 84 लाख योनि है, ये पूरे भौतिक जगत में है। और इनको कंट्रोल कैसे किया जाता है? ये 3 गुणों द्वारा. दैट इज, एनीबॉडी वांट्स टू ट्राई? व्हाट आर द 3 गुणास?
Passion and ignorance.
Yes, that is goodness, passion, ignorance. That is Satagun, Rajagun and Tamagun. So that is controlled by these 3 modes of material nature. So if you see, right, if you see the whole spiritual sky, how much is the material world? I remember Hasuba Mataji had made a nice pie chart showing the whole spiritual sky. Kitne pure
1/4.
Yes.
1/4.
Yes. So basically our material world is a small section of the whole actual spiritual world. जो पूरे जो आध्यात्मिक जगत है उसमें जो भौतिक जगत है वो एक छोटा सा, इस 1/4 भाग पकड़ सकते हैं उसको, बहुत छोटा सा सेक्शन है. और इस भौतिक जगत की मतलब who is leading or who is the jailer kind of this bhautik jagat? It's basically Maya Devi or Durga Devi, how we see. So Srila Prabhupada actually explains in that how do we understand the role of Maya Devi or Durga Devi. So this is the role you can understand as a police. So if you see that police is not meant for normal people, right? Police is meant for the criminals. Police is actually for helping the good people out there. So agar pura jagat mein agar Maya Devi is the police, then what does it make us?
Prisoners.
Yes, we are the criminals basically.
Criminals.
Yes. So we are the criminals. So what is our, if you say, what is the mistake that we did? हम लोग का हमारा क्या ये था criminality, or what was the wrong thing that we did?
Because we want to enjoy.
Desires, Prabhuji. Desires.
Means projects and learn.
Yes. So that's a combination of the both. We desired to enjoy, and we forgot Lord Krishna. So that is our how do you say? What do you call it? हमारा जो बुरा कार्य है, that is what it is.
Crime.
Crime. Yes, sorry, I forgot the word. Yeah, that's the crime. That's our crime. तो अभी actually Chaitanya Charitamrita has this shloka which explains this exact thing, that says Krishna bhulya jeev bhog vancha kare pashate maya tare jhapatiya dhare, which basically means that whenever Krishna so whenever the jiva forgets Krishna, that's when Maya catches hold of him. And once Maya catches hold of him, she won't leave that person उतने आसानी से नहीं छोड़ेंगे, because she also has to make sure कि are you good enough to be in the spiritual world. आप भगवान के साथ रहने के लायक हो कि नहीं, वो देखना भी माया देवी चेक करेगी. So that's what is the Prakriti and the headed by Maya Devi. So what is I remember last time actually I had explained. I'm sorry, I am bits and pieces today. Actually, I didn't prepare it properly. So what is akarma? If somebody can give the definition, karma.
निष्काम कर्म, बिना फल की इच्छा के जो काम करते हैं, that is a कर्म.
Little more probably.
Akarma, Prabhuji, action in it is related to Krishna consciousness.
Yes, so activities in Krishna consciousness are akarma. So if you try to understand why is it called akarma, is basically the activities that you are going to do here is the same activities that you are going to do in spiritual world. जो भौतिक आध्यात्मिक जगत में जो कार्य हम करते हैं, वही कार्य अगर हम लोग भौतिक जगत में करते हैं, जो आध्यात्मिक जगत में हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं, भगवान के लिए भोग बनाएंगे, भगवान के लिए गाना भक्ति करेंगे या गाना गाएंगे, भगवान के लिए डांस करेंगे, those same things. अगर वही चीज हम लोग अगर भौतिक जगत में करते हैं, then that is the same thing. So if you want to understand the meaning of that, actually we have this recent example. ये कोविड के वजह से कितने सारे लोग वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहे हैं, बराबर. वर्क फ्रॉम होम बेसिकली इज they are working from home, but they are actually working. So their work is still getting considered, right? मतलब जो कार्य वो ऑफिस में जाकर करने वाले थे, वही कार्य वो घर पे बैठकर कर रहे हैं. उसका मतलब है कार्य तो कर रहे हैं, भले वो ऑफिस में ना जा रहे हो. So that's how we understand that जो कार्य हम लोग भौतिक जगत में भी कर रहे हैं, वही कार्य हम लोग स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में भी जाकर कर रहे हैं. वही अगर कार्य करते हैं तो that is called अकर्मा. So that karma does not have any good or bad reactions. So now we'll try to understand it from the smaller section of Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga is basically doing your prescribed activities. जो नियत कर्म करने हैं, that is Karma Yoga. तो so here it says that the statements is like, the spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. तो अगर आप समझने का प्रयास करेंगे तो भगवान कह रहे हैं कि सारे जो कार्य है वो थ्री मोड्स ऑफ मटेरियल नेचर, ये तो तीन गुण है वो कर रहे हैं. तो हाउ डू वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट बेसिकली? बिकॉज मेनी पीपल से राइट, हाँ अभी पता चल गया ना कि देखो हम बोलते हैं कि भगवान के इच्छा के बिना तो पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता, तो सब कुछ भगवान ही करते हैं, अच्छा भी कार्य भगवान करते हैं, बुरा भी कार्य भगवान करते हैं. सो वी हैव टू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस हियर, दैट ये जो कार्य है इसमें अभी हम लोग ने थोड़ा समझा था ना कि कैसे कि जो इच्छा रहता है दैट आल्सो मैटर्स. सोल डिजायर्स, and that's when the actual whole thing happens, that you come to the material world and do these activities because it's our desire to do something. So that's how the soul initiates the action. Soul is the one who initiates the action that we are supposed to do. So Chaitanya Charan Prabhu also explained that Baldev Vidyabhushan has explained in Govinda Bhasya, saying that you can understand this with an example of a woodcutter and the axe. So when a woodcutter wants to cut a tree, right? So he can't just say, okay, I'm going to cut a tree. He needs the axe to cut a tree, right? So now when he uses the axe to cut the tree, झाड़ काटने के लिए जब वो कुल्हाड़ी यूज करते हैं, तो फिर who is the doer? Is the axe the doer or is the woodcutter the doer? Anybody wants to try?
Axe.
It's actually both, right, Mataji? So if you see like the जो व्यक्ति है अगर उसको झाड़ काटना है, the पेड़ को काटना है, if that person wants to cut the tree, he cannot just cut the tree with his hand. He needs the axe to cut it. But even if the axe is there, if that person does not want to cut the tree, that axe won't go and cut the tree by itself. खुद से तो जाकर कटेगा.
It's his desire.
Yes. So when the woodcutter desires, he will pick up the axe and then he'll cut the tree. Similarly, what happens is, another example is like I am trying to speak. So who is actually speaking? The soul desires to speak, but the voice that comes out goes through the voice box, and then there is some sound, right? So if I don't want to speak, will that voice box automatically make sound? No, right? And if I want to speak and the voice box doesn't make any sound, again, that won't be any voice. So that's how it works. Actually, the material, whenever the soul comes into the material world, he gets entangled in this through three modes of material nature, and that's how he acts or reacts to it. So one more thing is, another point that he makes was, we always, whoever is the Baddha Jiva or the person who is in this material world, he will act according to one of these three modes of material nature because he's pushed to act into it, because he's in the material world. So now, if you try to understand with this example, say, for example, a person wants to climb a Mount Everest. So he will have to prepare for that. He'll have to prepare and he will have to gain that muscle mass. He'll have to prepare for a certain period of time. Then he will go start climbing, and then eventually he'll reach the summit. So now at this point, who climbed? Was the soul who climbed that Mount Everest, or was it the body? It is both, right? Again, the soul desired to climb, and then everything else reacted to it. So the modes of material nature. So eventually how it works is, all these modes of material nature acts to the desires of this spirit soul. So if you understand this, again, the spirit soul is spiritual, right? So how do we say that it is acting under the material desires? So again, the first point, remember, Krishna bhuliya jeev bhoga vancha kare, nikat pashate maya tare, jhapatiya dare. So this is the one who has forgotten Krishna. So this whole activity is born out of ignorance of Krishna. So if we try to understand that, we have the people who have come to this material world who have forgotten Krishna are the ones who have come to this material world. So it's like an example which again Chaitanya Charan Prabhu gave, that if there is a MCQ, multiple choice question that has come, and the question is, what is the capital of India? Options are Moscow, Washington DC, or London. There are only three options. So if you see that all three options are wrong, but the problem is that those are the only three options that you have, right? So if you choose any of those three options, it will still end up being wrong. So if you see that in the material world, when the spirit soul comes to this material world, he has to make, and the one who is Bahirmukh, he is not in Krishna consciousness, he has to make choice between Satogun, Rajogun, or Tamogun. If you, in the end to end, if you see, all three gunas are wrong. If you are doing any activities in these three gunas, it will give you karma phal, and you have to end up coming back to this material world again and again, and you enjoy those fruits of karma. So all three activities are basically wrong. So again, how does the Krishna, how does a person forget and be only in these three modes of material nature? It's basically when he doesn't have that knowledge. So how do you get the knowledge? You get the knowledge from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So Shastras is very important, reading of Shastras. Only then you can gain that knowledge. So that example, if you remember, somebody can explain me that example given in Bhagavad Gita. How is a body compared to in the Bhagavad Gita? शरीर को किस प्रकार समझाया गया है भगवद गीता में?
प्रभु जी, वो रथ की तरह, right? The chariot.
Exactly. So the rath. So what are the components of the rath, and what are they compared to?
So the senses are
They are compared to the senses.
Yeah. So
Prabhu, the individual is a passenger in the car of the material body, And
No,
intelligence.
intelligence is not the passenger. Soul is the passenger.
Yeah, the soul. The soul is the passenger. The person who is driving. Okay, that is the
Intelligence. Intelligence or buddhi.
Yes.
Prabhu, it's given in the
intelligence.
Bhagavad Gita. I'm reading from that.
नाम है जो
Yes. So how it is explained is the passenger is the soul, the driver is the intelligence.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Mind is a driving instrument.
Yes, it's the lagam. If you say the reins.
Senses are the horses.
Correct. The five senses are the horses. So in this whole rath, right, which is the component that needs to be strong? कौन सा जो चीज है जिसको strong होना चाहिए? That's when the rath will go properly.
The mind. The mind.
Intelligence. Intelligence.
Intelligence. Because mind is like he will go in five direction. Wherever the senses will pull, that is where it will go. But if the intelligence is strong, he can rein in the mind, which in turn will control the senses. So that's how the intelligence needs to be the strongest component in our body. If we have good intelligence, then we can control our devotional activities. So even in our human body, right, these three modes of material nature always acts upon us. So these will keep on pushing us to different directions, to different things. So at this point, agar hamara intelligence, if our intelligence is strong, then we'll be able to push back those modes of material nature, and then we'll be able to follow our bhakti properly. So one of the shlokas, actually, I'm just lost that. Where is it? Okay, so I'll try to conclude it, the last few points. The thing is, Krishna himself says in this Bhagavad Gita that these three Chaturvarna Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. We have four varnas and four ashramas that have been divided as per the guna and karma of a person. So when you say guna, right, so each individual has a certain nature. So like we have the four divisions, like we have some brahmanas, we have kshatriyas, we have vaishyas, we have shudras. So in the sense, brahmana will be kind of a person who will be calm, he'll like to study more, he'll like to preach. Those are kind of the brahmanas. Kshatriyas are the ones who are want to fight and who want to lead, who want to organize everything, who want to administrate. These are the ones who are Kshatriyas. The Vaishyas are the ones who are money-minded or who want to who want to do business or good at business, basically. And the Shudras are the one who would actually support all three of them. So basically what Krishna wants to explain in this was, the last thing basically is that Arjuna should not act as per. So whenever some things like Arjuna has told before, right, that I don't want to fight, I want to go to the forest and I want to leave everything, all those things. So Krishna is trying to explain him that you do your prescribed duties and don't fall to the like urges of the modes of material nature. So what happens is one of the modes will always be heavier on that person. So at that point, you try to do something that is against your nature. So what Krishna is saying, don't go to the urges of the material nature. You do what is your self dharma. So that will eventually, when we go ahead, right, in Bhakti Yoga, it means that you dovetail all your activities to Krishna consciousness. So if you keep Krishna in the center, right, and do all the activities, that will become Bhakti Yoga. And this is what was explained in the 26th shloka as well. So, na buddhi bhedam janayet ajananam karma sanghinam joshayet sarva karmani vidwan yukta samacharan. So as not to disrupt the mind of ignorant men attached to the fruitive activities of prescribed duties, a learned person should not induce them to stop work. Rather, by working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sort of activities for the gradual development of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Sorry, it was a bit broken today. I'll try to get it better next time. Hare Krishna.